Do another crafting live. I know that I wasn't very well. I mean, I just felt absolutely rotten. We, of course, work, well, we both work full time. We run 3 different businesses between us, including this one, and things just got caught up with us. I think we were just, yeah, it was too much. So we had to reschedule, I'm afraid. And yeah, and I felt so bad, but sometimes you just have to do what you have to do, don't you? So, but we're here this week, and we are a day later than normal. So again, hopefully you have seen on social media, you've seen the updates by our newsletter. If you haven't, then please do sign up to the newsletter because you will find out about all of our lives on there as well. So I'm trying a new date, a Friday, and I know we've flipped and flopped and we've changed around. Are you coming up? We're going to get a little visit from little Maisie here. Here she is. She loves crafting, don't you? You know where we are, even though the date's changed, don't you? Shall we get your little chair here so that you can come and you don't have to have your big fluffy bum in everybody's face. Hello, Marie. How are you? It's lovely to see you. Maisie says hello as well. She's come for a little cuddle, haven't you? To keep me company. So yes, so we have been flipping around a little bit, because of the just trying to find the right days to do this in between everything else that we do. Do let me know if the picture and everything is okay, because I'm getting a couple of alerts about dropped frames and things that might suggest that the connection's a little bit poorer than usual. Not sure why that would be. Let me pull my microphone a bit closer as well so that you can hear me. What are you doing then, little cat? I'm just going to check that we are live on Facebook as well. Yes, that seems to be working. Let's just double check. Oh, yeah, I'll turn the sound on that. Marie's just waiting for work to be over for today, so you're watching while you're at work. That's really cool. I love that. Okay, so we do seem to be okay for the moment. I am going to record today's live just in case things do drop out for whatever reason. At least then we might be able to repost it later, because you never know. Some technology's great while ever it's working. What is wrong with you? What are you trying to decide to do? Do you want to come and sit on my knee or do you not? Got a cat that's got can't decide where she wants to sit. So it is Friday. It feels like a Thursday because I'm used to being here on a Thursday. I've just got a few cards here for you to look at, rather than you look at my tired face. But obviously a little bit of Maisie's tail keeps popping into shot. Oh, you're on your lunch at the moment. Oh, I love that. The cards are fab. I love them. Oh, thank you so much, Marie. That's so lovely of you. Oh, that's Stacey. Sorry, I thought that was Marie commenting. And Marie says she loves my chubby little characters. They are very cute and chubby, aren't they? I do like a little chubby critter, because we've got 3 chubby little critters that live with us. so that's probably what inspires me. So we are trying a Friday. We're giving a Friday a go because it just feels like it fits in better with our working week now that we're getting into a little bit of rhythm. Now, that's not to say that we might not have to have another change, but I'm hoping that that's not the case, and that we can keep to a regular routine of Friday evenings from now on. So, that being said, shall we get into some crafting? Because I think people have had a chance to kind of jump on and find us. So these are some of the cards that were made in previous weeks. This lovely shaker card, and the lovely Let's Party, and then the You Make Life Sweeter. All super cute. So for today's card, the idea that I had was to make a card for my mom. Now, my mum has been very, very poorly for the past few weeks. She's currently in hospital in Lincoln, has suffered with real bad stomach problems. They've not been able to figure out what's wrong. They still don't know actually what's wrong, but she is getting a little bit better. So the hope is that she will be out of hospital on Monday. She's been in there since the 18th of March, so she's really fed up. She can't wait to get home to her pussycats as well. She's missing them, and she's missing my dad. Her and my dad have not spent a night apart. I think more than 2 nights apart in the 50 odd years that they've been married. So yeah, she's finding it tough. So I want to make her a little bit of a card. She's also been very stubborn and said that I wasn't allowed to come and visit her because she said it would make her too upset, bless her. So we haven't been able to go and visit her, which is a shame, because I wanted to just go and give her a great big cuddle, to be honest. Her and my dad just needed a great big cuddle, and yeah, we haven't been able to do that because my dad's been struggling as well, bless him, because they, like I say, they're not used to not being together. It's like, you know, they're one of those couples that, you know, they always go everywhere as a twosome, and it'd just be weird to see them not together. Oh, sorry that lighting's gone a bit terrible. I don't know whether it's to do with the shine on the back of these that is just making the light, affecting the lighting. Let me pop something a bit brighter in there and see if that changes the light scenario. I'm just having a little flick through my through some of my stamps here to see if anything inspires me. Well, I have got a bit of an idea, but yeah, I've got a cat on my knee, so I can't really move. Oh, there you go, she's gone now. Thanks for that, Maisie. So yeah, I've got a little bit of an idea of what I want to do. I wanted to do a little bit of a welcome home card. So I'm having a little flick through some of my stamp sets. My mum and dad are crazy cat people, just like we are. That's obviously where I get it from. So I know she'd like a card that's got cats on it. So that's the first thing. That's the go-to. And she's obviously very much looking forward to getting home, bless her. So oh, that's quite cute sentiments in that one. So I'm looking for the right mix of images and sentiments, really. So I'm just popping through some of these. See the Home Sweet Home one with the fireplace. I don't know if you can see that because of the shine on it, but that's got a cute fireplace and a little armchair for a cat to sit on, which would be so cute. Let's have a look. What else have we got in here? I think the one that I was looking for is one that I can't find. Where's my I've got my, is that my Kitty Capers? It's the Perfect Day one that I'm looking for. Have I just flicked past it? Yes, I did. Totally flicked past it. So right, I think we're good to go. Oh, cats everywhere. You're gonna get squashed, cat. If you sit there, you'll get squashed for sure. Right, okay. So I think I've got my selection of images. So obviously we've got all the cats in the Perfect Day and the Kitty Capers, which was cute. We've got Mew our Possum, life without you would be a catastrophe. Hope your day is perfect, let's hang out. Meow, you doing? It's meow or never. Hit the pause button. Busy procrastinating. I've then got the Home Sweet Home, so we could do a little home scene potentially. In this set here, this is the Let's Chat set, and we've got the I Miss You or I'm Only One Phone Call Away, which again is quite a cute little set for this type of thing. Hello Angie, how are you? Hello Crazy Cat Lady. It's been a while since that you caught me live. Is this because Fridays are a better day? Because we're trying Fridays out, Angie. We're giving them a try. So that one could be quite cute. Obviously the little home one is adorable. And then I've also got the Queen for a Day, which has got all these little cats being pampered, which is really what my mum should be doing. She needs a bit of pampering, a bit of time to relax. And then I also got out my sentiments, simple sentiments, to see what we've got on here. Like, it's okay not to be okay. You did it. I'm sorry you're hurting. Stay strong. I wish I could make it better. That's a nice little sentiment, actually, and never not thinking of you. So there's some really lovely little sentiments in here. The get well soon, of course, that you wouldn't perhaps normally get in other places. You've also got sentiments for Eid. You've got anniversaries. You've got Feel Better Soon. You've got I'm So Proud of You. I think there was an On Your Engagement. Sorry for Your Loss. So there's some really good ones and different ones. There's like an Oh My God and a lol, and so yes, there's Happy Divorce, which I think is one that you don't really see. I love this sentiment set. It's a really good one. If you've not already got it, it's the simple sentiment set, but it's a good one to have in your stash. I also pulled out the window die frame because I thought it'd be quite cool to put some of these cats in the frame with a bit of a welcome home or a get well soon. So this set has got the Home Sweet Home sentiment in it. Then we've also got the I Miss You, and then the I Wish I Could Make It Better or something like that, which is quite cute. But I'm not sure how would we build this up, because this would look really, really cute. So I'm going to do a little bit of playing around with this. Just move that one out of the way. So with this set, we could make a really cute little scene here, I think, with this little sofa, with the little armchair maybe. And it's also got this adorable bookshelf, which is really cute. So you could have the bookshelf on there as well. We've got a clock, we've got a picture. Oh, the picture would be a great one, actually. Picture there. That would be cute, wouldn't it? And that on there. And then in our set here, we've got all of the little critters, all the little cats. So we've got different cats. Now, my mum and dad have got a Scottish fold and then a big fluffy fairy ginger thing. So I'm thinking that we could go with this guy here. Looks a little bit like a Scottish fold, so I'm thinking this guy here would be quite cute as the Scottish fold. If I can get this one out. This is the Kitty Capers. So let's get the Scottish fold out of here. My pretend Scottish fold could be just sat there maybe on this shelf, or could we do, maybe let's swap these around and pop him there and pop him there. So he's up on a shelf, got a picture down here, and then at the bottom we'll have the fluffy guy that is little Alfie. So he's sat there. Which is very, very cute. Okay, so that's making up quite a cute little scene. Obviously we can add some other bits to it, like the little sentiments. Yeah, we could add the little sentiments in the back here. So we could have Home Sweet Home in there. That would fit just nicely in there. And then also we could have the little I miss you at the top for Home Sweet Home, because she does miss home. Home Sweet Home. Right, I love that little idea. So put this away. Right, I think we've got a plan of what we're going to do. So before I make any more of a mess, I'm going to move some things out of the way and let's start popping this together. I do need a card base, which I did find myself some new card bases. Oh, well, speak of one of our little devils. That was Mabel that just came and had a little look around. She's very close in breed to the Scottish Fold. She's a British Blue, and she's absolutely gorgeous. She's a little monkey, but she is gorgeous. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to stamp out all my bits, because if I don't do that, then we're going to get a bit lost, aren't we? So what have I done with my stamping card, do you suppose? What do you suppose I've done with that? Angie says, I think I need that sentiment set. Are you at Doncaster? Yes, we are in Doncaster. I mean, that's going to come round so quickly, isn't it? I need to do some planning. So we definitely are in Doncaster. We don't take everything to Doncaster, so if there is anything in particular that you want, Angie, let me know in advance. Here they are. Got all my bits of card stock here, look. Bits of vellum and all kinds of things. That bit of cardstock is going to be very useful, I think. Right, okay, what have we got going on here? So I have got here some Crafter's Companion stamping card, which I do like. This is the Solar White Nina, which is not bright white. I don't know if you can see on screen the difference in the whites there next to each other. In real life, this does come across very, very well. One is a very yellow shade of white compared to the bright white of our cardstock. So they are a little bit different, but when you've coloured it, it works really well with the alcohol markers. Once you've coloured it and you've cut it out, you only see the small outline and you really can't tell the difference then. So I really like it as a stamping card. I love our stamping card as well, but I don't think we have any in stock at the moment, so that's why I'm using this one. So Annalisa says, hello, hope you were doing better. Is your mum doing any better? She is doing better, thankfully, Annalisa, and thank you ever so much for asking. She is hopefully coming home on Monday, hence the reason for our card design today. I'm going to save that one because I'm going to do that. I think I might heat emboss that one in the background, so we'll just put that there. So yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit unsure as to whether she should be coming home, if I'm honest, because she's been incredibly poorly. I mean, really poorly. She's lost a lot of weight. She didn't have a lot to lose anyway. I mean, she was only about 8 stone, and she's lost over 1.5 stone. So she's tiny, and she's a tiny little lady as it is. So you know, she's probably about 6.5 stone now. I mean, it's just not. And I know a lot of people don't do stones and pounds, but I'm old school, so I don't understand people's weight if it's not in stones and pounds, I'm afraid. But yeah, she's it's been very, very scary, and now all of a sudden it's like, right, you can go home, and I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but for my mum, she's so relieved. She can't wait to go home. She's sick of being in the hospital. She's tired, and she, you know, the food in there she's really struggling with, and yeah, it's not a nice place to be, really. And they say hospital, you're meant to be getting a rest and recuperation in hospital, and they're often the least restful places, aren't they? So anyway, we shall see what the doctors say. They, as usual, they've promised me phone calls, promised to keep me updated. They haven't done. So I'm a little bit in the dark as to what's actually going on at the moment. So yeah, it's a bit stressful. And again, she's now, well, if I'm coming home on Monday, it's going to be too much if you come visit me on Monday, so don't come on Monday. It's like, but I just need to see that you're okay. But you've got to do what she wants, because I don't want to stress her out any more than she already is. But yeah, it's not good being so far away, and we are only about an hour and a half away, but still it seems so far when you've got work and you've got other things that you need to try and manage at the same time, and the fact that she doesn't want us there. So like my dad, I feel like if we were closer, I could at least go and look after my dad and make sure my dad was okay, and make him some tea or something, like anything, like, or even just keep him company while he's watching the football or something, to take his mind off it, because he's obviously been going out of his mind with worry. So yeah, anyway, it feels like we're there's light at the end of the tunnel. If she's coming home next week, you do hope that they wouldn't be letting her come home if there was any issues. So let's have a think about this, how we're going to colour these little guys in. So this is my little grey kitty, this is my little ginger kitty. So I'm just going to grab actually my little book here. This is my little notebook that I do kind of test out my colour schemes. So this is my little ginger cat, so I'm going to follow this colour scheme. And then for the grey cat, I'd probably go with a cool grey or maybe a toner grey, but I am actually out of toner grey pens. They need replacing. The 1 and the 3 both need replacing, so we can't do those. So I'm going to go with the cool greys maybe on these. Yeah, let's go with the cool. I don't know why that's taking such a hard decision, but I'm going to go with it. So I'm going with a C5, which is going to be potentially my darkest shade of grey. I am delirious, in case you didn't know. We've both been very tired, because I did manage to successfully pass on my germs to Ant, so he's had cold too, which is is absolutely delighted about. So we've both been sniffling and coughing. We've had to one of us has had to sleep in the spare room a couple of nights, because we're both coughing and snoring so much because we can't breathe that it's just like impossible to be in the same room as each other. So that's been fun. So yeah, it's but there has been a lot of it going round, I think, hasn't there? Or so people say. I mean, this happens every year, doesn't it? I feel like I've just been struggling with colds so much lately. I was full of it when we came out of Christmas, and I went to Budapest, and I was full of cold then. I felt absolutely rubbish the whole time that we were there, pretty much. We were exhausted anyway because we've been doing so much work. And I think that really is what has done it to us, to be honest, is that we've just been working non-stop, and then as soon as you do stop, that's when you get all the germs and the infections seem to catch up with you, don't they? So, and I'm still a bit bunged up now. I probably sound very nasal, so I apologise for that. So, just doing a bit of cool grey one over the face. And I have to, excuse me while I just blow my nose as well. Annalisa's saying that we've had a rough year with colds. We actually really have. I'm just going to move my screen down a little bit just so that I can see your comments a little bit better. There we go. I keep having to move around. Stacey says, "Oh my God, I absolutely love these stamps." So I do. Just the wee, the cats are so just too cute. I really do like these. Can I buy these in the UK? Does anyone know? Please, of course you can. So, Stacey, I am gathering that you are new to Time for Tea, which, where have you been, my lovely? Because we have got lots of gorgeous stamps for you. So, if you go to timeforteadesigns.co.uk, I was looking to see if I could find our address on there. Look, timeforteadesigns.co.uk. You will see all of these cute little critters. There are lots of them. And if you sign up to our newsletter, you get 15% off your first order. So go and check those out. Yes, I love that somebody new here. If you follow us on Facebook as well, we've got a Facebook friends page, and everybody shares stuff, and everybody's so lovely. So you must go and see the guys on there as well. And our design team put loads of inspiration on all the time. So, oh, how did you find us, Stacey? Tell me how you found us. I'm just going to do a little bit of a blush on the cheeks for this guy here. There we go. And I'll pop these back out of the way because I don't think I'm going to use them just yet. So, yeah, where were we up to? Let's have a look. Annalise says, "You've both been working 24/7. You're both exhausted." We absolutely are. Stacey says, "Yes, this is my first time catching a live. I've been watching these videos for a week or so, and I have rang my bell so I didn't miss any more." I love that. I love that you rang the bell. That is so cool. Well, we're very pleased to have you, Stacey. And do have a look around the website and tell us what you like the look of. There are loads of videos, past videos, that you'll be able to enjoy as well. So let's have a look at this little guy here. This is my mum's cat's called Alfie, and he's a big fluffy thing. So YR21, where's that? Let's have a look. YR21. So this little booklet here is my little go-to. If I colour a new critter or a new little cat in, or another image in, I do a little colour map, because you can guarantee that I won't remember how I coloured that in when I come to do it again. So I've got little images of people, but I've also got our little fox in there. I've got a biscuit in there. And of course I've got lots of different cats, of course. Oh, I can show you the website again, of course, Stacey, no problem. I came on a YouTube short. Oh, I didn't even know how I did that, but I'm very happy that I did. So there you go. Hope that's not too close and too blurry, but yeah, timeforteadesigns.co.uk. I'm so happy that I didn't even know that that we were on the YouTube shorts. So that's something that I need to make more use of, because I know people like the YouTube shorts, don't they? But we don't really do any, so I think I might have to do that. Annalisa is on our design team, so Annalisa or Airworks07 will absolutely be able to answer any questions that you've got. .co.uk, that's the one. Annalisa, bless you. Right, so let's have a go at trying to work out how I do this. So when I'm doing any of my little critters, I do like to, I don't think that is YR21, but we'll go with it. I like to leave their faces a little bit white, but Alfie is actually, that is his colouring. So he's got like, you know, like the little M shape that they have on their foreheads. He does have that on his forehead, which is really super cute. So, but he's got a white belly and white paws. So we can leave the centre bits white, and then we can just add a little bit of fluff. So I'm just roughly, really roughly adding a bit of colour there. And then YR02 is a bit more of an orangey colour. So we'll add that over the top, and we're just going to smooth it over the colour that we've already done. And that's just to make him look a little bit more of a kind of a pinky orange. So we'll just add that in there, a bit more over the ears and over his little head. And then just add a little bit over the top of his tail. So we're just creating that little bit of a round circle around his face. It's almost made like a little love heart around his face, isn't it? YR04. Where have you gone, YR04? So this is quite orangey. Yes, there we go. So we're just going to add a few little stripes to him and create that kind of M shape on his head. So a few little strokes of colour and a few little darker places. Oh, he's so cute. So where we want it a little bit darker, we'll just add that darker shade of orange. I absolutely love colouring in cats. I do really enjoy this bit where we get to colour in the cats or the images. And to be fair, over the last few lives, we haven't really done much colouring in, so it's nice to be able to do a bit of colouring in. I find it so relaxing. So the YR27 is a lovely Tuscan orange, and this is where I'm going to get some more of those kind of tiger stripes in, and that's going to just pull all of this together. We can also add a little bit more depth in some of those other areas, and it also stops him being too orange, because we don't want him to be too orange, but we also want him to look like he's a big ginger fluffy cat. So just add a little bit more of that to the tail, a little bit underneath his little, and then a few little dots on his feet. So I'm just really very loosely adding that colour, and I feel like I really wanted a bit more of a paler cream colour on the very outskirts. Now I don't know whether that was the YR20. Yeah, I think that's the YR20 rather than the 21. So I'm just going to add that to the very edges, just to soften the very edges of that into the middle, so that he looks a little bit, yeah, a little bit softer around there. And then again on the end of the tail, I can just blend those edges together with that softer colour. So that works really, really well. Oh, he looks so cute. So I'm going to add onto my little bit here, so that I remember this for next time, is that we also used YR20 on this one. And I think that's given me a very, very cute little kitty. And I'll give him a little pink nose and some little pink cheeks. Oh, and ears as well. He needs some little pink ears. He's adorable. pinken up those ears a little bit. Actually, I'm going to use the R11 just to, oh, I don't know if that's any pinker. I think that'll be fine. So I've gone over on his nose a little bit there. I don't know if you might not be able to see that on screen. Oh, excuse me. Nose is running a treat. So I don't know if you'll be able to see that on screen. I don't know if you can see when I look. I've just gone over on his nose a little bit there. But that's okay. We can fix that because I've got my colourless blender. And I can just push that colour out of the cardstock and back up towards his nose. If that doesn't fully work, then I can always use my my white Jelly Roll pen when we come to do some highlights at the end. Catching up on your comments, Angie says the Tabby M, that's the one on the foreheads. And yes, I do need more hours in the day, that is for sure. Angie says my Ginger Jonesy has a white love heart on his belly. Oh, his black sister and brothers also do. It's very weird how strange that they've all got the little love hearts, but that is too cute. Stacey says payday for me is the 10th, and for sure I'm stocking up on some goodies from the website, and I'm going to have a wee smooch around the website after this live. I love that. He's a very cute cat, isn't he? Do all the stamps come with the dies? So you buy the dies separately, but yes, all our die sets have coordinating dies, and if you buy them together, if they are available, because they are in limited numbers, so some of them may have sold out, but if you do buy them together, you get them at a discounted rate. So yeah, so look out for the limited collections. That's where you'll see stamps and dies. You buy them together, you'll get them at a cheaper price. Sorry, just had a little swig of drink there. So let's have a look at these other elements that we need to colour in. I hope you don't mind me spending a bit of time colouring in today, but I'm actually very much in the mood to do a bit of colouring in. It's a lovely therapeutic task. I try to get my dad's very artistic. I get my craftiness from my mum and my artisticness from my dad. And I tried to get my dad into kind of the colouring in, but he didn't really have the patience for it. He got a bit frustrated with himself and didn't have the patience. But I really love just spending like hours doing this. This is just my happy place, as well as actually designing the stamps as well. So I should say, Stacey, everything that you see has been designed by me. So it's all hand drawn. So these are all my little creations, and they're all my little babies, basically. So, and I love to just create these little characters. But it's weird because you go through phases where I just can't get going, and I find it a real struggle, and I get really frustrated because I'm like, I really need to design something, but I'm just really struggling with my my mojo's just not getting there, and I'll procrastinate, and I will faff about, and I will, just go all around the houses with it, and then all of a sudden something will click, a design will suddenly work, and that's it, I'm obsessed, and then I can't put it down, and I will be designing stuff until like midnight if I need to, because I've become that into it that I just have to do it. So yeah, I am a bit weird like that. So sometimes it can take ages, like I say, but other times it just comes really, really quickly. So I'm just pausing for a minute before I colour in anything else, because I am thinking, what's my background going to look like? How am I going to colour it? And I want to colour it in, I think, in like 3 different portions. So this is my die, and I'm going to colour in 3 different blocks of colour as my background. So I think that's the plan. But my question to myself is, you know, what am I going to colour then the those colours in, because that's going to then impact whatever colour I do elsewhere. So and I'm just really just very quickly adding a basic bit of colour to my cute little picture in the background here, and picking up some cute green shades. So whatever greens you've got will work, keeping it super simple. I do actually really like the G16. This is, I don't know what that's called, malachite I think. It's quite a good little colour for a bit of a succulent there. So we'll add that there, and just add a bit of shade into that one. So that's our succulent. So they're easy to colour because they're going to be green, aren't they? So I think for my background, if we do some nice green shades in the bottom, some scattered straw, and then I thinking maybe a bit of turquoise, bit of the aqua colours in at the top would be a nice little combo actually. So if I was to do that, then I would probably do this in an aqua kind of a colour. Yes, I think I'm going to go with that, because who doesn't love a bit of aqua? So let's try BG13, which is a bit of a minty colour, to make as a nice bright coloured. This is not like my mum's sofa at all, by the way. My mum's sofa is very neutral, but we're going with artistic license now. We've got the cats, they match, but the real thing, but the sofa is going to be definitely artistic licensed. So I'm just adding colour kind of around the outsides, where I imagine the shadow will be, but I like to add colour all the way around, like so. Leave the centre bits nice and light so that we can add a bit of depth. So that's my BG13, and then I need my BG11. So BG11, and so I'm just using a circular motion to really neutralise some of those strokes that I've done. Now the BG11 and the BG13 are quite far apart, so this is quite exciting because this means we might have to do a little bit of tip to tip action, which you know we do love to do. So if we're not getting the full blend that we want straight away, because there is a bit too much of a gap in our 2 different pen shades, we can use one to colour in the other, but just try working it in first, see what you can do, because for the smaller areas that does seem to have worked fairly well, I think. So I'm not going to worry about them too much, but for this larger area I can still see some of my brush strokes. So I'm just going to poke the nib of one onto the other until I can feel that I'm getting some of that ink onto my nib here. I feel like it's actually bleaching this one out rather than adding it to the other one, but let's try it this way around. Yeah, I think it was bleaching this one rather than adding colour to the other. So when you do this, you'll be able to see the nibs changing colour ever so slightly. So for this one, it doesn't seem to be getting darker. The other one seems to be getting lighter. So that's why I'm doing it this way. So just do that, and then we'll go back over with the lighter one. And we should see a little bit of a better blend there. Yes, that's working a treat. So again, I'm going to leave the very centre white. Make sure that we've got all of that covered where we want it. There we go. That goes back on there. That one goes back on there. And then we'll move to the BG10, which is the lightest of all, and actually may even have run out. It's very, very, very pale, that one. So again, we might need to do a little bit of tip to tip on this one. So it almost looks like a little faded kind of leathery chair now, which I love. Oh, wrong end. So let's do tip to tip on this one. Let's see what happens on here. Yeah, that's got a bit of colour on it. Maybe we're going to have to do it this way. The colour is so light. So the trick with when you're using your alcohol markers is to just keep building the colour gradually, and use your shades together to get that blend that you need. But yeah, if you just keep building it up gradually, you'll get the look that you want. So, and doing that tip to tip action doesn't damage your markers at all. So we're going with what did we say? Did we say pink or yellow? I think we said maybe yellow, didn't we? Go with like a scattered straw, orangey colour to match our cat. That would work really well. And then we've got some greens. So for the I'll just do the little feet actually on there before I forget. Little feet on there. And then we do a combination of different colours then here for our little books to kind of match in with the theme that we're going for. So let's do a couple of these on here. We could do actually a bit more of an orangey colour, a little bit like our cat. Yeah, a little bit of an orangey colour here, just to add a little bit of depth there. Very cute. And we need a bit of turquoise. We'll use a bit of the aqua on here as well. Oh, wrong end. Let's do that one there. And that's cool as well. So this is just the bit where you just get to play with your pens really, which is really cute. And let's just mix up some of these colours here, and we'll use a bit of green, a bit of pistachio green just to complete the look. So I think we're pretty much there, I would say, in terms of all of these images being done. Love the teal sofa. Thank you, Annalisa. I think that teal colour is probably one of your favourite colours, I would say, and that's a big favourite of mine as well. So I've just cut those into smaller strips because I'm going to cut them out now with my little die cutting machine and my coordinating dies. So let's figure out which dies are which. So these are the coordinating dies for the kitty capers. So we need our little cat. We need the little laying down cat, and then the others must be from the Home Sweet Home set. So we've got the bookshelf, we've got the little picture there, and then we've got the sofa. That's all our dies, and I just need some washi tape to stick these on. So let's pop that just there. Lovely. So that's perfect on there. And then our little Alfie cat can just sit on here. Very cute. So we're getting there with the images now. So what was I saying? I was saying to you before that I am now on a bit of a roll designing. So you'll be pleased to know that we do have a new release in production. So that's currently with the manufacturers. I'm not sure how long it's going to be before that arrives for us to test and you know, get ready to put out there. So it's probably going to be six weeks or so. I would say. Oh, hello Maisie. Hi again. Excuse me while I just blow my nose, little girl. Oh dear, apologies. What an awful noise that must be on screen. Yes, how can we help you, Maisie? I've got my little cup of tea here as well, just to keep me going. What are you up to then, little one? You're coming to sit on my knee. You're going to come and sit next to me while I craft. You do like to get involved, don't you? I wish you could see her. She just sat on my knee, looking over my shoulder, looking over the top of the desk. Oh, I can't then reach anything. So, got my plates here. Pop this through the die cutting machine. Whee. There you go, little one. She sat on the chair next to me and is now kneading the blanket. Very cute. She just likes to keep me company in here. Shani, hello. Hi Joe, missed being able to join the live. Sorry to hear about your mum. Love the coloured images. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad that you've been able to join us. I'm feeling like Fridays are a good day to be around. We've got some new people joining us. We've been able to, people who've not been able to join us for a while are here. So I'm excited. I'm excited for Fridays to be the new place of crafting live with me. I just think it does potentially work better, but I have to say I'm very confused as to what day it is now, because obviously we normally do Thursdays, and also I think it's come round so quickly. I mean, Thursdays came round really quickly and I was like, I can't believe it's Thursday again. But now it's Friday. That's like almost the end of the week, isn't it? So for those of you that don't know already, we also own a beauty salon and hair salon, and so that's open Tuesday to Saturday. So we're open tomorrow. So we will be in the salon tomorrow, making sure everything's running smoothly. So Fridays are not they're not the start of the weekend for us just yet, because we still have another working day in the week for us. But I really enjoy Saturdays in the salon. They're really, I don't know, it's just a different vibe. It's really, really fun. So, I mean, it's fun anyway, but it's just, like I say, it's just a little bit of a different vibe, I think. So I'm looking forward to being at the salon tomorrow. But then it's like, God, it's the weekend already, and then it's gonna be Monday again before you know it. So yeah, it's just flying by. So we've got our little images now. I'm just tidying up my desk a little bit here while we do that. Where does that go? In there, I think. Maybe. Oh, I think I put them the wrong way around. Never mind. And so they're all very cute. So they're ready to go in place when we're ready for it. So I'm just going to pop them up there. That little bookshelf is very, very cute. I'm very happy with my bookshelf. So there you go there. So now we need to look at this and our card base, because I need to cut this out of some cardstock. And my idea of chosen cardstock actually is, if I can find it, I did have some really nice lawn form cardstock actually, which I don't think I've used. But can I find it? No. No, I cannot. I've obviously put it somewhere safe. No, I can't find it. Where might you be, cardstock? Where would I have put it, do you think? I think I mean, it was in a lovely colour, very similar to this, which I am inclined just to use this because it's time for tea. Time for tea papers, cardstock. Not papers, are they? They are definitely cardstock. But I don't often buy paper from other people because we have our own. Sorry, I'm not talking into the microphone there, so you probably didn't hear any of that. Really don't know what I've done with that, so we'll just use this because like I was saying, I tend not to buy other people's cardstock because we do have our own range and we've got all the colours that we need. So I don't really need anybody else's, but sometimes it's nice to just use something a bit different, isn't it? So sorry if you didn't catch a lot of that. Me mumbling away. My mumbling Maisie. Mumbling away to myself. Okay, Annalisa says, I know what day it is. It's my birthday. Oh, Annalisa, many happy returns. Happy birthday to you. I didn't know it was your birthday. Well, I feel terrible for not knowing it was your birthday. You've been keeping it a secret from us, haven't you? I wish I knew where I'd put that. I'm going to have a look for that later because it's absolutely driving me nuts. So what are you doing for your birthday, Annalisa? Tell us what you've been doing. What did you get for your birthday? Did you get any crafty supplies for your birthday? Because I know what a craft addict you are, like me. So I'm just going to pop this onto my cardstock and then I'm going to cut around it because I'm going to save as much of my cardstock as I possibly can here. So we're just going to trim around it. Then I'm going to use my washi tape to fix in place so that we pop it on the larger diagonal machine. So I've got my Gemini behind me. Sorry if it's very, very noisy. Bear with. Oh. Make our cables come loose. Come on. Did you hear that splutter to a stop? That was quite funny. So we've now got a little bit of a frame here, but we're going to pop this up. So I might, in fact, I'm going to use my shaker tape for that rather than foam tape, because we can sometimes use foam tape, but I think I'm going to use shaker tape for this. Or shall I? Shall we use? Look at that. So that's going to create a really adorable little frame onto our card base. It's the same size as an A6 card base. So that's ideal. And if you've got some fun foam, which is what I like to use. So I've got a chunk of fun foam here. I don't think it quite fit that way, so I'll have to do it this way. So if I pop my fun foam here, and we'll just pop that in place with a bit of washi tape and pop that through the machine. Sorry about the loud noise, but that's gone through the machine beautifully. So we're now we've got a fun foam frame that we can use to pop up our card frame, and that's just going to mean that we don't have to mess about with lots of bits of tape then. So we just need to pop those bits out, and you can use those bits if you want to for something else. I've got so many of these cutouts. You can see that even on the fun foam, I don't know if you can see that actually on screen, but it's even added the stitch detail to the frame. So that's the stitch detail on the card, but it's even done it on the fun foam. That's how good the dies are. So you'll just layer those two together with a bit of glue, and then we've already got an instant bit of dimension to our card. You back again? What are you doing? Come on. So now I just want to create a little bit of an idea for myself. So I'll get my little pencil here. Annalisa says that she's walking to Starbucks to get a freebie birthday drink. Love that. Bought some washi tape from the washi tape shop. Love washi tape. Dan also surprised me with some beautiful flowers and made yourself some cupcakes. Oh, I love that you've made yourself some cupcakes. So when you get home, you're going to have coffee, crafting and cupcakes and carnations, all of the C's. I mean, life does not get any better than that, does it, Annalisa? Really, that is the best. So I'm going to just make a little line on my background here. You won't see this, but that is essentially where each bit of new colour needs to be on my background. So I'm just marking that off for myself, just so that I know where I want to put my colour to. So just a couple little marks, so I know that I don't go below those lines with the different colours. And then I'm going to get my silicone mat here, and we're going to start adding a bit of colour, aren't we, Maisie? So don't you worry about sitting there with your big fat bum. Absolutely fine. Oh, hello there. So I'm going to grab my twisted citron here, and we're going to go with a bit of twisted citron, but I think I'm going to go with some oh, well, that really isn't helpful, is it? No. Can I say hello to the world, Maisie? Do you want to look up here? What's this up here? What's that? Oh, you've not got your face on camera. Oh, look at you. Aren't you gorgeous? Come on then. Come on, let's move you out of the way because we really can't get any crafting done when you're there, can we? So, I would like to do, I think, let's have a look. We're going to have, yeah, I think a bit of twisted citron is going to look cute, isn't it? In there. That kind of order was what we were going for, wasn't it? So, try a bit of twisted citron. She's back to kneading again, look. She's so cute. So, a bit of twisted citron on the bottom part of my card here. So, I'm just using my blender brush to add my colour to the bottom, straight onto my card base. Easy peasy, no worries. We are back on Hobby Maker soon as well. I probably should tell you that. We are back on the 14th, which is next Sunday. So not this Sunday coming, the Sunday after. We will be on TV. I'm just going to add a little bit more just there because I feel like that line there is a little bit wishy-washy, if I'm honest. So that's my twisted citron. I'm going to pop the cap back on that one, and then I'm going to grab my green brush because I'm going to go with a bit of a darker green, this Lucky Clover, and I'm going to add that to the bottom just to give a little bit of a depth of colour here, because I don't want it to be too flat, so just add in a little bit of this green to the bottom, giving that a good blend. There we go. This is quite an inky brush, this one, actually. So I'm going to go back in with my twisted citron as well, just over the top, just to soften those edges out, blend those together. Very nice, and then we will go for, I think we said we were going to do scattered straw and a bit of a dried marigold kind of look. Where are we going? Scattered straw. So we'll do a bit of scattered straw in the middle here. So that's going to work really nice against that green. Isn't that lovely? Oh, I do enjoy a bit of ink blending, as you know. So, and I'm definitely going to give this a little bit more of an orangey twist. Now, I don't know whether to do that with the dried marigold or something a bit bolder, because of our little ginger cat. I might want to go a little bit bolder, perhaps. So we could go with, do we go with a wild honey or do we go with a carved, carved pumpkin's nice, isn't it? That's very orange, so rather than using my dried marigold, I'm going to use my orange brush. Are you using your twisted citron blender brush? I absolutely am. Absolutely. Our very own uniquely designed twisted citron, which I noticed in your recent order, just popped in your basket there, didn't it? Just popped right in your basket. Because we do love a bit of twisted citron, don't we? So that is looking so cute. I love that. a bit of, just go back over the top with that that scattered straw just to blend that line in. And then on the top, we said we were going to go with a bit of a an aqua colour. So I'm going to need my aqua brush here, and I'm going to go with salvaged patina, I think, and probably a bit of peacock feathers. So this colour matches perfectly, absolutely perfectly with that that sofa that we did, the settee, armchair, whatever you want to call it, that we just coloured in. So this could not be a more perfect match. So let's just, oh, love that, love it. So I'm just going to add a little bit of peacock feathers along the bottom. I actually think that a peacock feathers small or midi brush would be absolutely amazing. So maybe that'll be the next thing we do, because I think the salvage patina and the peacock feathers are three really amazing colours. I'm going to just clean off my brush a little bit, because that's how we keep them fresher for longer. And then I think the next thing to do on here is to add a few splatters of water, just to break up and add a little bit of texture. I was going to add a bit of colour, but because everything is a different colour, I'm going to have to cover everything up, and it's just going to become a bit of a nightmare. But I am just going to cover up my images that I've coloured in. I'm just going to grab a little acrylic block here. So I've got a bit of water in a little pot, but I'm going to just try flicking that off the edge of the acrylic block first of all, and then off my finger. Just gives a bit of a lighter touch. A few flicks. There we go. Now that I don't have, oh, I've got some tissue there actually. We'll grab some of that just to blot this up. So you can see already that the colour is, the water is reacting with the colour. Stacey says those colours are right nice together, and yes, it fell in your basket. And Stacey says she's been making your son's dinner, so you were away for a little bit there. What is he having for dinner? That's what we'd like to know. We'd love to know what people are eating. We're very nosy. So that is looking pretty much fabulous. So I just used a little tissue there just to blot that background, and I'll just bring it a little bit close to the screen so you can see. How lovely is that? That's really nice. So just clean this up, and then we can start putting our, now what I might do actually, because I did say I was going to do this, and I almost forgot, but then I reminded myself, so we're all right. We were going to do some heat embossing, weren't we, on this background, which can be a little bit difficult when you've used a distress oxide, because the distress oxide stays wet for longer than normal inks. So it's a bit more of a, you can actually heat emboss with the ink if you're quick enough. So it's not an embossing ink as such, and won't stay wet for as long as an embossing ink will, but it does stay wet longer than normal inks. I don't know if that made any sense when I said that, but hopefully you know what I mean, what I'm trying to say. So that's my background, and then this is going to be our frame over the top, and the grey just really, you know, cools it down, but we've lined those up, I think, pretty well. I think we've done a pretty good job keeping those all separate. And then our little images, we've got our little, Now I think, yeah, we were going to do that in the were we doing the bookshelf there? Or no, we were going to do the bookshelf there actually, weren't we? And then we were going to do the picture underneath, and then the little kitty cat there, or we could do picture there, kitty cat at the other side, and the chair at this side. Kitty cat there, chair at this side. Yeah, I like that. I think that works. So then we needed to do the Home Sweet Home there, and then the I Miss You at the top, which was going to come from this set, the Let's Chat. So let's have a look at this. The I Miss You. A little tiny little block here. Does it fit? Just fits on that one. So I need to make sure that this bit and this bit don't have any aren't wet still, really, so that my my inks don't, my powder doesn't stick to the background. Oh, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but, well, I do know what I'm trying to say, I'm just struggling to say it. So when we let's start again. when we stamp with embossing ink and then add the powder, if the background is not completely anti-static and dry, then the powder will stick to our background and we'll have little flakes of white in our background, which is not ideally what we want. So what I'm going to do in preparation is I have some an anti-static bag. This one is quite full of powder, so we should get a good amount of coverage to prevent any issues. So I'm just padding that onto the background, and then I'm going to just tap off any excess, but I'm not going to tap off all of it. I'm not going to, you know, rub it off or anything, because I want to keep it very anti-static. So I also need a bit of paper or cardstock to capture my spare powder when we come to use it, and I need some embossing ink. So I'm using the Wow embossing pad. Move my little characters over the side. I've got my Home Sweet Home on here. I might just position that a little bit more to this side, so that it's all on the block. And then we'll pop that into the ink, and we'll pop that in the middle of this square. So the reason that I'm leaving the squares in place at the moment is just so that I know that I'm popping it all in the right place. And then the I Miss You, again, I'm just going to add the ink to that, and then this is going to go at the top. Pop that in there, give that a little squidge. Hopefully they've gone in as central a place as possible. And carefully remove that. Grab my embossing powder and pop this on top of our scrap paper, and then we're going to chuck this over the top and wipe off any excess, or tap off any excess, should I say. So hopefully we won't have got any bits. Now you can see I've got a little bit just there. Don't know if you can see that, just a tiny little dot. So all I'm going to do with that is I'm going to grab a little, my little tiny paintbrush here, and I'm going to flick that off. So the rest of all of that is just the anti-static powder. I think it looks pretty clean other than that. So I'm going to pop that to one side. I'm going to capture all the rest of our, got a little bit of fluff there. All the rest of our powder, we'll pop that back in, because that we can use that again. Get rid of that. And now we need to apply some heat. So bear with me if I'm a bit noisy again, because this is a little bit noisy. I'm going to open my card up. Now this might warp my card ever so slightly, so I'm going to start heating up my my gun first. Stacey says that she's recovering from back surgery. It was done 2 weeks on Friday, and her husband took some crafting things down to the room as I can't sit in my chair in the craft room. Isn't he just the best? He is the best. I mean, what would we do without these guys that are supporting our crafty habits? Keeps us out of trouble though, doesn't it? So there we go, that's that one. And then just heat it up. The other one, perfect. Home sweet home, I miss you. Love that. So it does sometimes also make the distress ink go a little bit of a different colour just while it's hot. So please don't worry about that. So yeah, so now the noise is gone, we can go back to Stacey. So Stacey, I hope you're feeling better after your surgery. That sounds like you've been through the wars, bless you. But I love that you're you know, you've been set up so that you can craft again, which is awesome. And yeah, your hubby's a top guy for doing that for you. So I'm just going to buff over that now so that we've got rid of all of that powder that was in the way. And it has warped, you can see that it, I don't know if you can see there, that it has warped my card a little bit. But I'm really not bothered about that, because when I put my frame together, put my frame on top, it'll straighten it right out. So Stacey does card making, journaling, and also just planning every day. Wow, that is commitment. I would love to do that every day, but it's just time gets away with me. Although I do keep I have a diary that is, well, I guess it's mainly because I love a list. Do you like a list? Because I absolutely love a list, and I love ticking things off that list. So if you looked through my diary, you would see literally everything that I have had to do in the last however many years that I've been doing it this way. And I give everything gets a priority assigned to it, and then I do them, set myself time to do certain things. So I map out hour by hour what I'm going to do in that time. So it's the only way I can make sure that I get anything done, because sometimes I have so many tasks, like my brain can't hold in all that information on all the tasks that I've got to do. So that's what I do. I write it all down, and then I get to tick it all off, which is really, really satisfying. So now we've got our frame. I've just used a bit of this Cosmic Shimmer Glue to add my frame, and then I'm going to just add more glue to the back of this, so that we can adhere this to our card base. And it's all starting to come together now. We're going to be able to start adding our little characters, and I might be able to pop this in the post to my mum, and it hopefully will be there for her when she gets home on Monday. So let's just make sure that's super straight. And then what I'm going to do to make sure that that kind of sticks down is I've got some really big and pretty heavy acrylic blocks here. And if I just pop them over the top, especially the bits that are a little bit warped, we pop them on there, and that should straighten it out and make sure it all sticks in place. Oh, Annalisa says that she's back doing her planning because yes, you did have a bit of a break from it, didn't you? So we do planners, and we have a lot of planning um, paraphernalia. Is that the word? On the website. So we've got journaling stencils, we've got stickers, we've got alpha stickers, we've got different stamps for journaling. We've got all kinds of bits and bobs. We've got albums and pockets and just you name it, we've pretty much got it. Because I absolutely loved doing all the memory keeping for a while. Yeah, yours is a memory keeping planner, isn't it, Annalisa? And I really love that. But it's just I just don't have the time to do it. And to be fair, once we lost Clyde and Rosie, I just yeah, I think I just lost my mojo with it. And I really would love to get back into it again because, like I say, I absolutely love looking back on the ones that I've created and the albums that I've created because the memories in it are just so special. The fact that I think I've got something like 27,000 photos in my phone, which is just absolutely outrageous, isn't it? And you don't ever really look at them. Whereas if you get them printed out and you put them in an album, you look at them and it just feels more. I don't know. It just feels more special once they're in an album. So I do love that, and I have been promising myself that I am going to do that, even if. And this is the other thing is that I would. The other thing to do would be to make them into photo books. But again, just having the time to do it is just, it's just one of those things that goes on the bit further down the list, right at the bottom. Stacey says, I do a verse of the day from your Bible and then write down how it reflects on me that day, how I'm feeling, to-do lists, goals for the month, and then my mental health too, and habit tracker. That's so good. Do you know, I would love to do a habit tracker because there's a few things that I really, want to do a bit more of and make them habits. Because if you make them a habit, then, you're set, aren't you? Because you're more likely to do them. And it sounds like that your journaling is one of your habits that, you stick to every day and you make sure that it's done and it's something that makes you feel better about what you're doing, and about yourself, and improves your mental health, like you say. So the couple of things that I really wanted to get back into doing is yoga. I used to absolutely love doing yoga. I used to do it pretty much every day, and I felt so much stronger, and also a bit more kind of, I suppose, at peace with myself because of it. And I've just not done it for I've not done it for about 2 years. We went through a stage of we were doing it again. Myself and Aunt did it together. We loved it, absolutely loved it. So we went through a stage of a few months where we were doing it all the time. But then just work and life got in the way, and had his operation, and it was just it just we've never got back to it. But it is such a shame because that is a habit that I would definitely want to get back. So maybe I need a habit tracker. So you've inspired me, Stacey. Annalisa says that's exactly why you stopped planning, that your papa died and your heart wasn't able to do it. It's now 4 years later and I started again. Oh, I'm so glad you've started. Yeah, I'm so glad that you have. It just sometimes it just needs to be the right time, doesn't it? And I'm sure I will take it up again at some point, but it'll have to be the right time. Because even now, I look at the pictures on my phones. On your iPhone. I don't know if you guys have got iPhones, but and whether it does it on Android, it might do the same sort of thing. But it'll bring you up a featured set of your past photos for you to look at, and it puts them into like a little video with some music over the top. And it brought ones up from a few years ago when Clyde and Rosie were still with us. And it was just a reel upon reel of them just cuddling up together or laying in the garden or being sat on my knee or whatever. and it was just gorgeous, but it just made my heart so sad still that they're not here. So I don't know. It's one of those things, isn't it? That I think sometimes it can still be so hard to think of those times, but I do want to, have I suppose somewhere that's appropriate, I suppose, and is worthy of them to be able to look back on. So I do think I will do it eventually. So I am absolutely loving this now. This is looking really, really cute. So I need some of our super duper foam tape. Oh, nearly launched it at Maisie there. So I'm going to pop all of these up on some foam. And this one is getting very, very low. Thankfully, I do have one more. But we really need to source some more of this for you guys, don't we? So I think I'm going to use this big beast of a bit on the back of my chair. Get my chair in place. And I've not put any at the top because I know the top's going to overlap. So we'll just pop that there. Get my little cat here. You can have that bit there. And pop him just there next to the chair. Just trying to work out where I want him to sit. Yeah, he can sit there. And then, oh, this is so adorable. Angie says that's really cute. Stacey says about 6 years ago. Then I started doing it every day, and you've not stopped since. Wow. That is a real commitment. You've done very, very well there, I have to say. But sometimes these things are just what you need, aren't they? They really help you. So I do love that. And do you keep them? That's the thing. Annalise says yes, mine does that too. Brings back memories. Sometimes it's so hard. I know. I do feel for you. That's why I'm super worried about my mum. Bless her. You just got to treasure everyone while you can, haven't you? So let's I'm just going to cut a little bit off the bottom of so I'm just cutting up my foam tape here, to the sizes that I want, really, because foam tape never comes in the size you want. Oh, I just flicked that right across my craft desk. Stick that to me. So I'll just pop this one. I don't know if I wanted to put all that tape on, but I think I've done it just about right by mistake. Yes, I have. Well, I love that. I love it when you do something accidentally on purpose. I'll pop that on there. There we go. And then put that, oops, right in there. Yay! So we're almost there with this one, I think. I'm just going to add a few little bits, little finishing touches, because sometimes the finishing touches are my favourite bit. But I love putting all of these together. I really do. Make me very happy, make me smile when I see something like that, and I think my mum will absolutely love it. Because I think that's exactly the sentiment, is that she misses being snuggled up at home. She loves to read a book, although she reads her books in bed at night, and she always says that she reads the same page over and over because she falls asleep before she gets to the end of it. Angie says, I gotta go and get my dinner, hopefully catch you next week. Oh, it's lovely to see you, Angie. See you next week. Take care of all the kitty cats as well for us. I love seeing all your posts on Facebook. I really do. So Angie looks after all of the all of the cats in Greece end up living with her. So I love that. She's definitely a friend to the cats over there. So a few little highlights on my little Ellie cat. So the other cat, Alfie and Ellie. So just add a few highlights to our books as well. So I'm hoping that tonight, I might feel a little bit like getting a bit of designing done. My favourite thing to do is to sit and watch something on TV and get a bit of designing done. That's my go-to thing. I just like to I'd like people to talk to me. So it's a bit like watching people on YouTube, I suppose, isn't it? Where it's a bit of company, somebody crafting along with you in the background while you're making dinner or while you're crafting too. I think it's just really nice to have somebody else chatting away in the background. So yeah, I do that a lot, like to watch things on YouTube or watch TV and then get designing, especially when I get really into it, into what I'm doing, and then I could just be sat for hours on end doing it, which is crazy. So we've got all our little highlights done, and then I'm going to use my black jelly roll pen, and I'm going to use I'm just going to use this little bit of card. In fact, I've got another scrap of card here. Let's use this just to take off the top layer of my pen, because it can get a little bit snotty, I guess is the word. And then I've been told before that when you're using a jelly roll pen and the ink's not flowing, the more pressure you put on it, the less likely it is for it to flow. So you just have to be really gentle with it and just gently press the nib to your surface, and eventually the ink will flow. Oh, I don't know if you could hear that growl in the background. And then we'll just add a bit of sparkle as well to Ellie's eyes. There we go. And also, if the ink isn't warm enough as well, so you might have to just warm the ink up a little bit in your hands. So that's looking pretty good as it is. But to finish her off, I'm thinking, do we do a couple of enamel dots here? That might be quite cute. We could go with clear ones actually, because the clear ones are really good for just adding a bit of something extra, but they don't really take anything away from your design. So I think a couple of these in the background would be really very cute. So I've got quite a lot of space there, so I'm thinking a large one there is going to look really cute, and then we'll just dot some small ones over here, and maybe a little one down here, just to take us through the take us through the design a little bit, won't it? A little one. I like to poke these behind things a little bit, so kind of just peeking behind things. A little bubble peeking out of Ellie's bum. What do you think? Yeah, that's cute. And then maybe one more behind Alfie's bum. Yeah. There we have it. We have our little I miss you home sweet home. And the thing is about, you know, when you mix and match your card set, your different stamp sets, sorry, and dies, you can make something that is really unique to whatever situation you might be in. So you can't buy a card for your mum like I need to do that's welcoming her home and telling her you've missed her. That is a very unique card to find. So to be able to make that yourself is just really amazing. So, and I think she'll be chuffed. So yeah, I hope you like that. Stacey says she's got a wee Frenchie called Bella. That's cute. I have never drawn a Frenchie, but I might have to try. Crafty Queen says that's a beautiful card, Joe. Lovely colours and quite calming, but also lots of lovely details to look at. Makes me smile. Oh, thank you, Crafty Queen. That's really, really sweet. I think it is, because I like saying it's still quite calming, even though we've used very bright colour scheme. And I think that might be because of the grey framing, just tones it all down a little bit. And then the white sentiments, again, just pull it backwards a little bit. And then adding those enamel dots is an extra texture, isn't it? So yeah, I'm so glad you like it. Stacey says lovely card, colours really set it off. And Annalisa says so gorgeous, those bright colours are lovely. Oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys. Well, I will let you know how my mum is. I know that you'll all be wishing her well, so I'll tell her that you all helped me make my card today for her. And yeah, I'll let you know how she is next week when I see you. So we're going to try Fridays from now on. So I've scheduled the next Friday. I think I've scheduled the next Friday, and I might not have. If I haven't, I will do so after this live. I will get that scheduled in and hope to see you all again next Friday for some more crafting live. In the meantime, enjoy your weekends. I hope you get to do some crafting. Stacey, go and check out the website and all the DT inspiration over on our social media channels. Yeah, I'll see you all again next week. Thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all really soon. Bye.